And we are live with the Quarantine Quasar Podcast. My name is Zainal Muhammad Abdul Monam, and I'm here with August Crane, your co-host.
We start it like that every time.
Every fucking time, dude. We're doing the Keemstar thing every time. That's his intro too. It's like, I am your host, Killer Keemstar. Like the way. Fuck it, whatever. The point is, we're here today with Jacob Rhoden. I want to say hi, Jacob.
Hi, I'm Jacob Rhoden.
Even wait for
I'm tall, straight, white,
Jewish.
and a man. That's about it.
That's a perfect description. You guys can't tell, but he's been excited all day for this ass interview.
No.
Dude, so I saw the post on your story to look at your YouTube, and I was like, all right, I have plenty of free time. I was 2.5 minutes into the podcast, and I called Zane. I was like, Zane, you free Monday? And he was like, yeah. Like, I'm gonna be on the podcast. And, yeah, here we are.
Yeah, like legit, the response like socially that I've gotten to this stupid little podcast is actually like, at least relatively, it's been phenomenal. Like we've already got several people like, hey, can I be on your podcast? Like, and like my friends have been on it. We've got another one set for like next Friday.
Oh, are we doing McCade Friday?
Yeah, I think we're doing McCade on Friday. Yeah. But yeah, it's like, I don't know. It's just something fun that we've been doing. So it's really cool to see actually people want to actually be on the podcast. So I guess just to get started off, Jacob, how's quarantine been?
So we've been in quarantine like what, like a month and a half almost?
Yeah, a month and a half,
Yeah.
like 2 months almost.
Yeah, so the first month I kind of slowly went crazy because I let my sleep schedule go super hard. So it was like waking up at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, going to bed at 3 o'clock in the morning. And like 2 or 3 weeks ago, I realized like, man, I can't do this anymore. I'm gonna die. So I actually set like a going to bed time and a wake up time, and I kind of have a schedule. But in reality, the only schedule is go to bed here and wake up here and just do whatever in between. And like when it's like noon, maybe make a sandwich. So, dude, I just don't eat. Like we have plenty of food. I just kind of sit here and like, man, I'm kind of hungry, but I'm also really lazy. Like, man, making a sandwich is so much work. I could just like sit here and not eat. Just wait till dinner. And then I do.
Got you. Yeah.
And I'm horrible at getting myself up to eat. I have actually been like, I would say working out, but it's like working out in air quotes, because I'm like,
yeah,
all right, I'll do like a few push-ups, it's like sit-ups and some squats, and
same,
like, yeah,
dude.
it's good enough. I'm like the least fit person too.
Yeah.
Oh man, talking about fitness. So I got an email 2 or 3 days ago from this company called Phoenix Fitness, or no, it was Phoenix Fit,
like a
but
bird.
Phoenix was spelled FNX in all caps. And I got this email from this company, and to preface this, I have less than 200 subscribers on my Insta, and I'm not an athletic person, but I get this email and like, hey, we want you to sponsor us on Insta, and I'm like, why? I haven't answered it because I'm not going to, but what they do is they I believe the correct term is supplements. They sell workout and fitness supplements.
Oh,
so it's basically like it's like the protein powder, but like it's like algae and like vegetable and like green. I don't know. I like glanced over their catalog and I was like, I don't want to I don't not want to support it. It's just I have no reason to support it because I wouldn't make any money off of it.
How much money would you make off of it? Like,
okay,
just curious.
So a lot of their stuff, like I'm not a fitness supplement person because I'm not a fit person, and like all their stuff's like $50, and I don't have money to spend on that.
Well, wouldn't they give it to you for free?
I don't know. They didn't really like say. All they really said was, if you sponsor us, we'll give you 25% off anything you want to buy from our store for life. And I was like, that's a lot of money off. It's just I would never see myself buying any of your stuff, you know?
Yeah.
But it's every person that follows me would get 15% off, like whatever they buy, and then I would get 10% from that.
Damn.
So
But,
if
I
anyone
mean-
actually bought something,
Yeah, but I don't think anyone would. Because if they're like, hey, if you put an ad on your story, we'll give you $5.
But honestly though, that's like kind of a good strategy because it means you're
It's-
not getting upfront money, but it's more of
Yeah.
a like motivator to actually promote the product in a
Which-
well-shaped manner.
It makes sense, but yeah. But if there's like, hey, we'll give you $5 to put an ad on your Insta,
well,
like-
hey, it's free money. It's not like you
Yeah.
actually have to try to.
I'm like,
contact them.
sorry, Insta followers, but I'm cashing out. I'm selling out. I need that $5, bro. I'm gonna
Like
go
all those
buy
fucking
like
comments
a.
are like, "Sell
I'm
out,
gonna go
sell
buy a
out."
burger. Dude, I don't care. Like, people get angry like bands for being sellouts or something. Like, dude, I get it. You want to make money. It's Earth, all right. Everybody wants to make money.
Yeah, but honestly, I understand why you wouldn't like support that because I've like those supplement companies
It's-
and those like.
Well, it's
fitness
not that I
stuff.
don't support it. I'm like fine with people buying that kind of stuff. I don't care. It's their company. They can sell what they want. It's just that I'm not the kind of person to peddle that. Because I mean, like I have a few, like I have like 3 or 4 pictures of me on my Insta. I don't really know if you look at them if you can tell. I am like a rail. I am super skinny and not athletic.
Yeah, Mr. Lanky over here. We know.
I've been actually keeping up with my workout routine.
That's good.
Yeah,
Oh,
you
man.
said that keto thing didn't work out, but like you
Well,
never
it's not
really
like it didn't
specified
work out.
anything else.
I just didn't. It's not the best way. It's not the best way.
Oh
to
no,
explain it.
yeah, the keto is a really
No, it's-
difficult
it's
thing to
really-
keep
it's-
up, and it's not very
Keto is
effective either.
basically starving yourself. That's all
Oof.
it is.
I already do that.
So it's not an actual diet. I mean, you get a lot of protein.
It's the O in keto.
But all you do is mainly
It's like a
starve
zero.
yourself, which isn't fun.
Talking about working out and diets, I got this book like 2 years ago for some reason. But, so have you guys ever heard of Charles Bronson?
Charles, no.
I've
Okay,
heard
so-
the name. I don't know much about it. Though.
So there's 2 Charles Bronsons. One of them is an actor. That's not the one I'm talking about. The Charles Bronson actor is like super old. Yeah, I think he's dead actually.
Oh, fucking took this to a
But
dark
the
place.
the other Charles Bronson I'm talking about, he like has changed his name a few times. But he's I believe described as the deadliest inmate in all of the UK. And this guy, I think he's like 60 or 70 now,
I'm not
but
gonna
he
lie,
looks
it
like he's
sounds
30
you
or
got
40.
This straight from like one of those top tens.
Be quiet. Be quiet. But
You know it's true.
this guy has spent, I think, more than 25 or 30 years in solitary confinement, and literally all he does is work out because he has nothing else to do.
Yo.
So, of what I understand, he is one of, if not the most naturally strong people on Earth. Basically, it's like
I mean,
like-
bet
like
you
no-
money
no-
he's just doing it to punch down one of the walls one day. He's just gonna be like, X gonna give it to you, and just, I don't know.
I think
Punches the
because
wall.
like when I got the book, I read a ton of like articles, and there's actually a movie about him
Really?
with the guy that played Venom. I don't remember the actor's name, but he
Oh,
played Charles
I know
Bronson.
that guy. Yeah, it's the guy that's
Yeah.
that's in that '70s show, right?
I think so.
Yeah,
I
it's like the
don't
same
know
guy.
why I'm blanking on his name.
Eric?
Oh, Tom Hardy. Tom Hardy.
Yeah, Tom Hardy.
Eric was in the '70s show.
Yeah.
Well, he's a character in the '70s show.
Yeah,
he
but,
plays as the
Tom-
same
Tom-
guy.
Tom Hardy plays it. I personally thought it was a little weird of a movie. Kind of off topic, but whatever. Solid movie.
I'm not
I
sure
could
if there is
recommend
a topic at this point.
Well, I'm. It's like a roundabout way to getting to the topic that I was intending to talk about. But this guy literally has spent half of his entire life in solitary confinement just working out. So he published a book called Solitary Fitness, and it's about like
Fucking
how to
course.
eat. Because it's literally just how to work out without a gym, and with like nothing but like you and a towel. Because like some of the stuff like requires a towel to work out.
I got
But
you,
it's
yeah.
like how to work out with any gym equipment or without any gym equipment. And it's like he actually got a professional nutritionist and stuff. It's like this guy eats prison food. That's what he eats. So he was like, I don't know about this topic, but I have my professional nutritionist friend that can. I mean, it talks about like how to eat healthy.
It's like, Karen,
What?
get in here. Tell them about the facts.
No, the nutritionist dude is like a multiple European like heavyweight lifter champion or something.
Oh, like he's just like the more healthy version of this guy.
Pretty much, yeah.
He's the successful version that's not involved in the environment.
Yeah, pretty much. But yeah,
I
and this
mean, but
Charles
better.
Bronson dude's like huge. Dude's built. Dude just like deadlifts people for fun. He has like the prison push-up world record,
Boy is cut.
and it's like 1,000 push-ups in like an hour or something.
Damn.
It's like
You
stupid.
can keep going for like an hour. What the
I can
fuck?
get through like
Yeah.
35 before I drop.
But he
and then
says
go.
that in like one day, he does like upwards of 3,000. Just like overall throughout a day.
I bet. I mean, after that much working out, like I bet he doesn't even
Well-
look like a human. Have you
No,
like,
he-
seen some of those
No,
bodybuilders?
no,
like,
no. You know, like well, no, bodybuilders don't act. No, that's not natural at all. Bodybuilders,
Oh,
like,
I know what you're talking
like
about. Okay, yeah.
old ass Arnie. Like old ass Arnie, I think he was like pretty naturally built, but a lot of that is like steroids. And
Fucking
they're
Popeye.
doing it to get like bigger biceps and stuff. But have you ever seen like national strongman competitions?
Those guys aren't fucking sane.
Arnold
Yeah.
Schwarzenegger.
No, Arnold Schwarzenegger's bodybuilder. Like I'm talking about like professional strongman, like the guy that pulls trains with the rope.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay, now I know. what you're
The guys that like look like a truck.
Or to like
those
fucking
guys-
pull an airplane with their teeth.
Yeah, cause that is like natural. Like not well, it's not natural. Well, no, my brain's not working. It's almost my bedtime. Cause I'm like 10. But
You heard it here, folks.
yeah, this guy's like super naturally strong because he just works out all the day. But he looks like pretty like normal dude. It's just he's big.
He's just-
But yeah,
He's
and it
big.
talks about like eating right and how to like work out every different like muscle group correctly. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah, and honestly,
also-
like, because we're
also
in
this-
quarantine, this is like one of
this-
those perfect
yeah.
times to actually incorporate one of those kind of quirky, like little quarantine workouts or
Quarantine?
quarantine diets. Shut up.
It's honestly a solid book though. I definitely recommend it for anyone that wants to like actually get fit.
Have you been like,
You can.
because you mentioned like you're just light working out. Have you been like incorporating some of that stuff that you read in that book?
So I read it and it's got like different like working out techniques. So I've incorporated some of that because like the very first part of the book he talks about like, all right, so this is like the basic stuff that you need to know, like the basic workout stuff. And then he gets into the more like specific working out the muscle groups. And it actually has like a like month long or like 32 day long workout thing.
Damn.
But he also talks about if you really want to get the most out of that, then it goes to like the diet part of how you should do this diet with it to really get the full effects of it.
Yeah.
So I want to do that
they
as well.
say, the abs are
Yeah.
made in the kitchen, or something like that. The abs are cooked in the kitchen, something like
I've
that.
never heard that. I'm
What
not
the
saying
fuck is that?
that's not real.
The,
I
the
just
point
never
of the
heard that.
saying is that, like,
I've
if
heard
you
something
eat-
similar, but I've never heard that.
Yeah, I don't know
Exactly.
exactly how the saying goes.
Yeah, but you gotta
get the
eat
idea.
right to be really fit.
yeah.
So
Yeah,
like, next time I go to the store, I like get the stuff that I need for that if it exists, because shortages are fun.
Dude,
Well, they're not
yeah,
short-
um,
They're not
majority
shortages.
of
just
abs
people
is
buy stuff.
actually just
Dude, there
dieting.
are shortages. I don't know if you guys saw this, but my dad came back with a roll of paper towels as toilet paper. I was like, Dad, what the fuck
I don't
is
think
this?
you
He's
can
like,
flush that,
son,
can
we
you?
don't.
Yeah, you can.
My
Dude,
mom
it's-
was like, I don't think you can flush that, son. And I was like, yes, I can.
No,
I
yeah,
wasn't-
you
I
can.
wasn't too sure if you actually could or not.
No, it's
Yeah,
just a paper towel.
paper towel is basically just toilet paper, but just
just-
thicker.
yeah.
So you have to like
It's
cut
like
it up.
Sandpaper.
It's sturdier. Is probably
Yeah,
a better
yeah.
word for it.
And I'm not a man that uses a lot to wipe. I'm not gonna get into detail, but the point is,
No,
it
Zane,
doesn't clog.
tell us about your wiping habits, please.
You guys use pinch
Told
method or
you.
wipe method?
You told me, Smith, what you do.
Donut hole method.
Zane, did you get my message on Discord?
What?
Did you get my message on Discord?
On a low.
Bro, Zane, you sound like those fucking Mongolian throat singers, bro. I fucking love those dudes.
Yeah.
Wait, you get okay? You did
Yeah,
get
yeah,
it.
yeah.
Wait, have you guys listened to The Who, but like HU, not WHO?
The
Wait,
Who?
repeat that.
Yeah, no, I know August. I know that I showed you The Who, but I don't think you liked them.
Wait, who? I'm confused.
Okay, so there's this
Who?
band.
It's like I just
and they're
said
called, the band is called The Who, but Who is spelled HU. It's not like The Who WHO the band. It's The Who HU the band, and it's a group of like 4 Mongolian guys.
Oh yeah, you played that in my car
Yeah,
one.
and they do heavy metal, but it's mixed with Mongolian throat singing, and I fucking love it.
That's that
Yeah,
shit
I
from
didn't
that
know
one
how exactly how to
Zendaya
feel about
movie.
the three sets.
You guys know that
No, I don't, Zane.
the Disney original Zendaya stars in Boy Control. I don't know what it was called. It's like
Boy
it was like
I
the
haven't heard of that.
okay. The point is, it was on like the peak of my like adolescence, right before I stopped like watching like Disney altogether, and it was like one of those Disney originals, and she gets like this phone, right, and she's like able to talk into it and like say a command, and then she controls all boys.
Oh, okay.
I don't
That
remember
sounds,
what it was called, but it
that
was,
sounds kind of stupid.
it was stupid.
Oh
It was
man,
just the
wait.
concept that was
Wait,
fun.
Well, it's also
Zane,
Disney, so I don't know
are-
what you expect.
Zane, are you saying you were a Disney kid?
Dude, I was an every cartoons kid. The only
Oh,
show I
okay.
didn't really watch was Nickelodeon. That was like kind of like the black sheep of the shows that I watched. But even still, I would
Yeah.
watch it. Like,
So
good
so when
stuff.
I was with my dad and I had to deal with my sisters, all my sisters were Disney kids, and I despise Disney shows. I don't know why. Well, I don't
please,
despise them.
just for the audience, define a
it-
Disney kid, because even I'm kind of like, what, you attacking people that watch Disney?
Hey, you know like horse girls and preppy girls?
Yes.
Those ones. All of those women were definitely Disney kids.
You know, I wonder if anyone will get pissed off during this episode.
I don't, dude. Literally
Legit.
none of
First
none of
episode,
those people.
second episode, we talk about race. Third episode,
No,
he said
I was gonna say,
horsewomen.
it's not like we've been
No.
on a good track about this anyway.
Yeah.
no, August, bro. Listen to me. Those I'm like the chicks that wear Simply Southern aren't gonna get mad at me because I said that. You know why? Because they're not gonna listen to this.
He's got a point.
Yeah.
Exactly, bro.
I'm pretty sure girls in general aren't gonna watch this.
There's like one woman that listens to this. I don't know who, but there may be one. And to you,
Why?
I am so sorry.
Why?
Why? Yeah, my one question to that be why?
Why?
I don't recommend you wasting your time.
Dude, we all know why. It's quarantine and she doesn't have anything better to do.
Okay, I feel like
yeah,
we should stop.
but even
I
this
feel
is
like we should
like,
stop cornering our one female audience.
The
member,
one
right?
female audience member, yeah, sorry.
We've already basically
But,
assumed that there's only one. Like, we can almost confirm that. But what we have
But-
to do now is make sure they don't get off.
But when I was with my mom,
Oh.
I
okay.
was a Cartoon Network kid, bro.
yeah,
Oh,
I
yeah,
love
yeah.
Cartoon Network.
Like Courage the okay. Like
You were gonna
live
say Courage
action.
the Cowardly Dog?
Okay, well I was literally just about to get there.
Okay.
But I existed for a small amount of time when Cartoon Network was live action, and that was the worst.
Oh god.
Live action Cartoon Network shouldn't have existed. Like oh my god, what was that show? It was like Destroy Build Destroy or whatever.
Oh, that I remember.
Oh shit! Yeah, I remember
At
that.
the time, I thought that show was cool, and now I think it's like a solid idea. But on Cartoon Network, like that would have been on Disney.
Yeah.
But yeah, like live action Cartoon Network shouldn't have happened. But man, Cartoon Network had like some good shows, like Courage the Cowardly Dog. That was like my childhood, right there, bro.
Dude, I actually remember like a lot of the episodes. Like honestly, it designed what I'm like
Yeah.
afraid of now.
Well, I mean, Courage the Cowardly Dog was really good, but what really like shaped me as an adolescent was Adventure Time, because that came out like just when I was like hitting it.
Yeah, dude.
That's where
that
the duck
was...
eating bread thing is.
Yeah, if you guys don't know, August's account is like just a duck eating some bread, and it's from Adventure Time, and it's really cool looking.
Yeah.
I thoroughly enjoy
Right.
it.
Yeah, we talked about it in the last episode, but honestly though, Adventure Time was like the shit.
I gotta I'm. You said last episode that you rewatched all of it, and like the
Yes.
second the second you said that website, I was like, I know what I'm about to do for the next week and a half.
Yeah.
So I gotta start on that.
Be
I've never
careful though,
fully
because
watched
I
it.
had to like website hop near like the end, like the last like 2
Oh
or
yeah,
3 seasons.
I heard.
There was a lot of like, not even because the website got taken down, but just because they didn't have the episodes. So.
Oh yeah, I get that.
Yeah.
Man, talking about you're talking about air quotes pirating because you're not downloading it.
Yeah.
I'm
I don't
talking about
download it.
I'm talking about solid pirating because I got that epic VPN.
Yeah, make sure to have an ad blocker on when you watch those stuff.
Yeah. You have to have
But,
one of those.
Man, I've pirated some solid movies recently. I think. Let me open my files.
Yeah. I mean, you
I
did
gotta
mention
get, like,
you've
a-
been watching more movies on like Instagram. You like mentioned that.
Yeah, I don't know why. It's just like, oh yeah, sometimes I'm like, yeah, it's a solid movie. Plus, I feel, I don't know why I feel bad, but I feel bad when I never post on my Insta for some reason.
Yeah, that's what happened to me. So I literally decided to post every day.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
why I literally have like 250 days of just straight
Yeah.
posting like 4 to 5 memes every day.
Well, I used to be a meme account. I don't know if you guys remember.
I
I
know.
remember that. Yeah, I was thinking about that
But
recently actually.
I
'cause
used to be a surreal meme account.
Oh
And
yeah,
I don't know
I
why.
remember that.
But
Yeah, I
but
saw
one
that.
day I was just kind of sitting, and I was like, I don't want to do this anymore.
Treating
just
it like a
archived all my
fucking halftime
posts.
job. Just like.
Yeah, I just archived all my posts and was like, I'm gonna post about space because I like that.
Yeah.
And,
Honestly,
yeah,
I feel like
started
it
doing that.
shouldn't be something where you're like pressured or stressed to actually post. Like, when we
I'm
really
not really.
boil down to it,
I'm
nobody
not
fucking
really. I'm
cares
just like,
if you post or not. Like,
I haven't posted in a while. Might as well. But yeah,
Yeah.
Dude,
like
if I didn't post memes daily, I don't think I'd actually have an account at this point.
yeah.
understandable.
I think like because I literally post nothing.
Yeah.
I didn't post anything since 7th grade in middle school until this year, and I was like, oh,
Yeah, I remember when you
Like-
started. Yeah, it was some good shit.
There's not really.
it was cursed
Like-
images at first. Now it's just whatever.
It's just all
Honestly-
TikTok.
Usually on Insta, I find myself just like finding stupid memes and sending them to my friends, and talking to like 2 people. That's honestly all I use Insta for.
Yeah, that's about it for me as well. Honestly, I just random shit post all over our group chat, and then I just
Yeah.
ask my friends when they want to get on, and that's about
Yeah.
it.
Talking about movies that I've pirated like a lot of old movies. 'Cause I thoroughly enjoy old movies.
Yeah, I
So-
noticed that. Yeah, could you could you give us some specifics?
I pirated Doctor Strangelove. It's the full title is Doctor Strangelove, or How I Learned to Stop Worrying and Love the Bomb, which is like tied for my second favorite movie.
What's
It
your
was
first
made by. My first one's The Shining by Stanley Kubrick.
Oh, dude, I still gotta watch that actually.
I have that one like bought digitally because I can watch it in like that solid like HD 4K.
Got
I
you,
downloaded
got
it on
you.
my phone so I can watch it anywhere.
Yeah.
Oh, that movie's so good. Also, by the way, we can watch that later. I got you.
Yeah, I've been
But,
saving it for Halloween. It's one of
Oh,
those
man,
things where
yeah,
it's like,
that's
if I
when I
don't
watch
watch it in the right month, I'm gonna hate myself. So I have
All right,
to save it.
we can wait till Halloween. We can have like a party. But
Yes,
oh man, we could watch Eraserhead. Have you ever heard of Eraserhead?
I've heard of it, but I haven't seen it. I heard it's good.
Oh my
though.
God.
Like it's like a
It's-
classic.
It's insane.
Isn't it like black and white, right?
It's black and white. It's by David Lynch. David Lynch is already crazy enough. Whatever you do, don't look up anything about that movie because I'll have a Halloween party, and I'll invite a ton of people, and I'll make them all watch Eraserhead, and I don't want to hear them say anything. I just want to be able to look around and see everyone's reaction.
I don't know if I would actually be able to make that.
Okay, it's whatever. I'm just saying.
I mean, we're talking months ahead from now, so we.
I know.
Yeah,
I don't know why,
but I don't know what my if you know.
Maybe I'll be dead. Who knows?
Yeah,
Yeah, bro,
maybe I'll end up in
I
a
don't know if I'm
ditch.
gonna be
That's-
alive, bro.
That's kind of what I'm hoping at this point, but you know,
Can only hope
I don't
for the
know
best.
if my girlfriend is planning anything.
No.
Well, we've still got the whole month of October. I mean,
Bruh.
like,
Bro, what happened to Bros Before Hoes, homie?
bet you money we're still
Oh, man,
in quarantine
that-
by October.
Dude, August, that was so
Honestly, by the way it looks right now, because although we've loosened up on restrictions in Tennessee,
Yeah.
the virus is still hella strong here. It's not going away anytime soon because we loosened up on restrictions.
Yeah, on that news where there was like 30 cases in that retirement home or something.
Yeah, because we've had like the third or fourth worst day in Tennessee because we were like, let's loosen up on restrictions.
Yeah, let's just forget about the quarantine for a minute.
Yeah,
So, like,
no,
Don't worry about the
that's what happened. 'Cause,
economics.
like 3 weeks ago, my mom was like, "Dude, you can't like go anywhere. You're not allowed." And I was like, "All right." And
Yeah,
like 2
if any
days
of
ago,
you,
she like went outside and like saw some friends. Like, bro, what the fuck?
if any of you have actually gone outside, like, dear God, there's so many. Like, traffic is so bad.
Yeah.
Is it?
It's like, yes.
I went out the other day and I got some like curbside pickup Cracker Barrel, and traffic didn't seem that bad.
Nice, dude.
Dude, I
I
still got
went
those
out to run
pancakes.
errands a couple days ago, and Memorial, right? Just
Yeah.
Yeah.
a normal street that usually goes, was backed up for like 40
Oh
some
wow.
odd minutes.
Damn.
Dang.
When
Yeah,
was
so I literally
this?
sat there for 40 some odd minutes just waiting for people to fucking go because everyone decided to leave their house May 1st.
Like at what time?
Like, I think it was like 11 or 12 in the morning.
Yeah.
So
That
it's not
could
even rush hour either, though. It's not rush hour.
Yeah, that's not
No
really.
one's going to work either, so it's just like everyone was just fucking out for no reason.
Maybe it was just a freak coincidence. Like people were just going to a lot of stores at that
It
time.
was because that's the day they loosened up on restrictions.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, gotcha.
But like
Yeah.
even now, there's so much construction going on where they're constantly closing down like roads to make it, because like on that day, both lanes of Memorial were closed on each side, so it was literally a one-way fucking
wow.
road, which was like, I don't know why they're fucking doing that midday, but
It's because people shouldn't be outside driving around.
like I don't know why they decided to do that when the day the restrictions were loosened and they're like,
Yeah, understandable.
and like, it's in the morning. Let's go ahead and
Yeah.
do it.
I feel like people
Yeah.
just don't actually care about the virus in general. Oh.
No,
shit.
they.
No,
Well, I mean, it's kind of like,
Some
well,
people,
like you said, people have just forgotten. Like legit. It's
yeah,
it's like everyone's like, oh, okay, it's been like 2 weeks. All right, whatever.
ever since the restrictions like got loosened, people like act like it doesn't exist.
Yeah, I've left my house like maybe 3 times to do like anything. And like 2 of those was going to the grocery store, and the other was going and getting that Cracker Barrel.
Jacob,
So I've left my house, like, 3
driven
times.
by your house a lot, and I've thought about yelling at
Oh.
you to come by.
That's what I was literally about to talk about. So man, the way that I found out you had a girlfriend was hilarious, because it was like a solid
Oh, yeah.
weekend. It was nice and sunny. It was like,
I literally talked to you the day before about you saying you're gonna clean your garage. Next day, I end up driving by and see you cleaning
yeah,
your fucking
that
garage.
was so funny. So I was leaning over, and I was facing my garage, and I was leaning over enough so I could like see between my legs, you know. And I see August Celica drive by. I'm like, wait a minute. And I stand up and I turn on my heels 180, and I just see him like looking backwards and backing up.
Yeah,
Like,
you see a
August.
loud screech of my car stop, and I just start slowly backing
I
up.
was like, dude, what the hell are you doing here? And you're like, oh, my girlfriend lives down the road. I'm like, bro, you got a girlfriend?
See, I don't know why, but I never, like, I've had one, but I've never really told anyone because I was like, oh, I guess they don't know.
Yeah. I get that.
I just forget to tell people things. I'm like, oh yeah, that's the thing.
But like, oh man, I haven't really seen. I think I've seen one of my friends over like the entirety of quarantine.
Like, I've really debated because every time I drive by your house to just literally
Dude, like, do it. I have literally
just to
nothing
like
better to do.
stop there, walk outside, text you, and just wait for you to come out while I'm waiting for her.
Dude, hell yeah. But I have one friend, and she literally pulled up next to my driveway, and I brought a lawn chair out, and I sat down, and we talked for like half an hour. That was basically it. It was just me sitting in my lawn chair, just like, so how's your day? For like half an hour to an hour. It was great.
Did Zane die?
Bro, Rib Zane.
This is the second in a row we've had someone die. So
Well, continuing the conversation. Oh man, back to that movie. So, Eraserhead's weird. I'd love to show it to people.
I remember seeing it, not seeing it, but I remember like I've seen it somewhere before.
It's I'm not
Okay,
gonna
guys,
talk
I'm back.
about it because I don't want to spoil that movie
No,
because that
he's back.
movie is really good.
Hope you guys are holding up while I was gone.
Oh yeah, we did great. But
Good job. I'm so proud.
talking about that one movie that I pirated.
He's like, oh yeah, we did great. Goes immediately back to talking.
Yeah, fucking.
Well, I
He's
mean,
like,
it's
"Excuse me,
like
Zane, I'm
it's
trying
a
to talk right
podcast.
now."
You just got to keep going. I don't want to sit there for like 5 minutes of silence. I don't want to make you do more editing than you have to, Zane. You're welcome.
Technically,
But,
I only edited like 2
Yeah,
seconds of film for both of
Yeah,
them.
exactly, bro.
Just cut out the
Like
He doesn't edit
the
anyway.
editing,
I don't
the
know what
editing
you
that
mean.
you already don't do, I'm cutting down on it. So, like I said,
Thank you.
welcome. But that Doctor Strangelove movie, it was made in like 1964, I think, around that time, and it's based off a book, I think. But it's basically just about how nuclear war and like mutually assured destruction is really like stupid and doesn't make any sense. Because like the movie's actually like a satire, but they don't play it like a satire, which is what makes it funny.
Huh.
Yeah, and that's a solid movie. I could definitely show that to you guys too. But I'll just list off all the movies that I have pirated right now. I have
Just
Being
like-
There.
FBI knocks right on the fucking door. Just-
Open up. Nah, I got that VPN on, bro.
It's like,
My
bro,
ISP
did you
don't know
actually
nothing.
think you would just talk
You're
about these
in a
pirated
first where
movies
they
and
can
not
send you
get
a
fucking
letter
knocked up by the FBI?
What are they gonna do? Stop me?
Maybe.
They can
Exactly.
cut your service off if they care enough.
But do they? So, like I was saying about all these movies that I acquired legally, excuse
Wink,
me,
wink. I got you, I got you.
Mr. ISP, I bought these with my money, I swear. So, Being There has one of my favorite actors, Peter Sellers, in it. It's basically about this guy who doesn't know anything, and he was raised off of like TV and has no education. And
I'm talking about Abed
ba-
from the Community.
but basically, and he's literally never left this house ever. He spent
Oh, that's
his entire
perfect.
life in this house.
That's
as a
perfect for the
gardener.
quarantine right now.
Yeah, and his name's Chance, and he ends up having to leave because like his like it's like kind of like said that it's his dad, but like no one's like out about it. Like they don't like say, it's just kind of like you think. But he's lived in this house his entire life as this gardener. There's all like these nice clothes in the attic from like the 20s or whatever. And the old guy ends up dying, so he has to leave because he can't like claim that it's like all his stuff because there's no like actual forms like it's his like a birth certificate or anything. So he ends up leaving.
Oh, so
And
he's like
what-
born inside the house.
Yeah, he's literally never left it.
That's fucking crazy. It's like
Yeah,
the balloon in
but,
the bubble, but like expanded to like a dimension of area.
Oh yeah, but he ends up leaving the house and he's dressed in all these like super nice clothes. This guy looks super rich because he just kind of took all the clothes the old guy had because they kind of fit him. And
Nice.
he ends up meeting a ton of like really rich and powerful people through a series of mishaps. But like I said, this guy is literally a simpleton. So all he talks about is gardening because that's all he knows. And people just kind of take it out of context. And like he's like talking about how as long as the roots of something like of the plant stay, it can still regrow. And like all these like rich and powerful business people that have a ton of like influence in like Washington D.C. and
They
stuff
like take
oh
it all as metaphors.
yeah,
and shit.
exactly. They
Yeah.
take it for what they want to hear, and overnight, this guy is like insanely popular. And I'm gonna stop the explanation of that movie there, because
Doesn't
you should
spoil
watch
it.
it for yourself.
What's it called again?
Great movie. Being There,
Being There. All right, cool. Yeah,
I-
I'll take notes.
I'll-
Like,
dude. Don't worry. Discord movie night will happen.
yeah.
Then I have Doctor Strangelove, which I already talked about. Full Metal Jacket, great movie. One of my best friends, Preston. I always get
You
real-
want to plug him?
No, dude, I'm calling him out right now on the podcast, dude. So my friend Preston. So okay, Full Metal Jacket, another great film by Stanley Kubrick. It's basically 2 parts. So it's about the Vietnam War, and the first part is in boot camp, and the second part's actually in Vietnam. And it's like a 2-hour movie, so it's like 1 hour for each part. And they're like crazy different parts, but they kind of like interlock in a way that kind of is like the theme of the movie. And my friend Preston has seen the first part like 8 times, and he's never watched the second part. And I'm always super pissed when he says that because you kind of get the theme from watching both parts of the movie. Yeah, but to give you the gist of the movie, the first half is about boot camp. It's basically just a guy getting yelled at and kind of like getting taken down, but he keeps some of his individuality. And then the second half happens, and he's still somewhat of an individual, which is not good for the Marines because Vietnam and shooting people. But yeah, horrible war stuff. Not good. Great movie though. I definitely recommend that movie.
Hey,
Yeah.
before we run out of time on the podcast, I want to bring up something. You know how poppin' drug dealers have been recently?
Dude, it's quarantine. What else do you have to do?
Yeah, but I noticed that because they've become a lot more active on Instagram and shit.
Yeah.
Just look up everywhere and scrolling through stories, and all I see is people trying to sell weed at this point.
Yeah, I mean,
Especially Snapchat.
bro, as long as they sanitize it, bro.
Actually, there's this guy at work, and I'm not gonna call him out, but literally the only thing he posts on Snapchat on his story is just a bag full of fucking weed. I'm like, dude, I can't. Why did I fucking add you?
The thing is, my personal opinion on weed. Honestly, I don't care if people smoke it. I really don't.
Yeah.
But I of what I understand, it just kind of makes you sit around and be lazy and hungry.
I heard it varies from person to person.
Well, that's what I've heard. It's just of what I understand, that's kind of what usually happens to a lot of people.
Yeah, in my opinion.
And I already sit around, am lazy, and eat a lot. I don't need to do that more.
Let me just go into this vegetative state real quick.
Yeah.
And just
So,
but in my opinion, weed isn't a bad thing. Personally, I would even do it, but
especially medical. I find it if it's actually genuine. For purposes, I think it's completely fine.
Yeah, but
if you're doing for medical purpose, I get it. A lot of people are in emotional turmoil, and they'll smoke it every single day. It's oh, it makes me not think about my emotions. That's fucking stupid.
It's that doesn't sound like a good thing, though.
Just deal with your emotions like a normal person.
Isn't it still considered illegal?
I think in some certain states, it's regional.
Wait, medicinally or just in general?
I think just in general, is weed.
Well, yeah, in general,
now,
it's from state to state is
I
how much
think,
you can have on you.
Although it's legal in some states, there needs to be better restrictions on it.
Understand?
I think so, yeah, because I think there's the concentration of a certain chemical that actually gets you high inside weed has been enhanced now, and while other things the basically what's diluting it around the weed has been reduced over years.
Yeah.
As it's been refined through development.
Yeah, because with hemp, it's basically just a plant, but doesn't get you high, because that's what they make rope out of and stuff.
Yeah.
I think there's some restrictions on that, but I don't know. Some of the people farm it because it's actually really useful because you make a ton of stuff out of it.
Now that we're kind of on the topic of weed, I just wanted to bring this up. So a couple of years ago, my mom wanted to do this hydroponics, which is basically where you make plants, but there's no dirt involved. The roots just hang off of these things into water, and you just use these fluorescent lights to grow the plants unnaturally. And she was gonna do this, right? She was gonna do this in her house, and apparently a big part of the hydroponics industry is illegally producing marijuana. In closets and stuff, yeah.
Absolutely,
really, yeah. Really compact designed hydroponics for growing marijuana. And
yeah,
so
no, that's a huge industry.
Yeah. And so she went to this hydroponics place, just not two blocks away from our fucking house. And she goes in, they've got all this stuff. It's a pretty legit shop too, and her eyewitness account, not mine. And she does make shit up a lot, so I would be remiss if I didn't bring that up, but she was they left a closet open, and I could just see all the fucking weed hanging out of it. I'm Mom, no fucking way. She's yeah, it's a big part of their industry. I'm Mom, shut the fuck up. I didn't tell her that. But the point is, right, a couple of weeks later, or months later, however long it took, I think some laws, some legislation, and specifically Tennessee got released, and it was like, I don't know about weed, but specifically hemp was like loosened up, like legalized, and immediately, I watched the conversion of the sign on the front from hydroponics go to hemp and supply, and it's on the map
That's
now.
hilarious.
You can buy hemp rope there. You can buy like recreational like marijuana now. I think even there.
Oh, whack.
I think like the
Yeah,
law
I've
got
already-
loosened up to the point where they can actually sell it now. So like
Yeah.
legit, and like it's kind of sad though, cause like 2 different attempts in which a car, like somebody drove their car into the front of the shop at night to like steal the weed,
Jesus.
which is stupid
Dude.
because that's not where they store it. Like they do that shit at home now because now that it was legalized, they have to basically hide it because it's their product, and people,
Yeah.
if they're like iffy, they go for that shit. So 2 times now I've seen them reconstructing the front of that poor ass building because somebody keeps
Oh my
trying
God.
to drive in and
That's
get the
hilarious.
weed.
I have a story that's somewhat related to weed.
Alright, hit us
No
up.
one in the story does any, but so in 8th grade, so to preface what I
Oh.
looked like in 8th grade, so I basically look like I like now, or what I look like now. But 7th to 8th grade was a really big change because that summer my phone broke and I went to Montana for the whole summer, so I didn't see anyone for the entire like 2-3 months of summer. And I came back, and before that summer my hair was short, and I came back and my hair was super long. Not as long as it is now, but like longer than a lot of people's. And I grew 6 inches and my voice got deeper. I came back and everyone was like, "Yo, Jacob? What the fuck?" But yeah, cause in middle school, I don't know if you guys remember, we had to sit in like the gym, and they would call us out by our mini schools to leave to go to class.
Oh shit, yeah, I think I remember that.
Yeah.
I was always
so
at
I was
lunch,
Yeah.
but it was, I mean, at breakfast, so I wasn't really there.
Oh, yeah.
But I get it.
But
yeah.
I was sitting in the gym, like just hanging out, talking to some of my friends, and they excuse us. I'm like, all right, cool. So I get up and I walk out. And as I'm attempting to, as I'm like getting out of the bleachers and just like turn to walk out, Miss Stoker walks up to me. She's like, "Hey,
Ew,
stay right
God,
here,
I
don't
hate it
move."
so much.
Dude, Miss Stoker is like terrifying. Well, like
I
not
had class
now.
with her son. I had like classes with her son. He was so stuck up.
Oh yeah, not
Like,
surprised.
he was full of himself when he was like not that smart at all.
Wait,
yeah.
who are we talking about? Sorry.
Miss Stoker's
Ethan
son.
Stoker.
Ah, shit, I don't know.
Does he go to Siegel?
I don't think he goes to Siegel High. At least I haven't seen him
Oh.
if he does.
I don't think I've ever seen that man.
I had class with him, and God, he had the longest neck I've ever seen.
For as long as
thank
me,
him.
or longer.
It's longer. He like
Oh Jesus,
it was like extendo type shit.
bruh, giraffe. But
Inspector
and
Gadget level neck. I'm sorry,
I'm
just wanted
standing
to say
there.
that.
I'm standing there, and I'm sweating a little bit because I didn't do anything wrong, and yet here I am being told by Miss Stoker to like stay here and not go anywhere. And my friends are kind of like looking at me from the hallway and like, bro, you good? And I'm just like, I'm kind of like motioning them like go,
They're just
like,
like,
leave.
Run. It's like,
So they leave, and Miss Stoker takes me to the library. I sit down at a desk in the library, and one of the vice principals comes over, and she's like, "Hey, so we heard, so someone gave your exact description, and said that you were giving out cookies for free with illicit substances in them." And like I was assuming weed because
yeah.
people like bake stuff in a weed like all the time.
Edibles, and she thought you were
Yeah.
giving away edibles.
Num num.
Basically, she didn't say like weed specifically, but I like inferred it, and I was like, yeah, no, I didn't do that. And like I got questioned for like 2.5 hours, like going between the vice principals and like Miss Stoker. I was just being questioned. I was like, yeah, no, I didn't do that like at all. And eventually, like my parents showed up, and I got to leave for half the day, which was kind of chill. But it was just like when they started talking to her about it, like she definitely realized that I definitely didn't do that. I'm like, yeah, I didn't.
You just look her dead in
And-
the eyes. You're like, no. It's like,
Yeah,
did you give
and-
them cookies? It's like, no. It's like, are you fucking high
No.
right now? It's like,
No.
That's
But
true.
but the thing is, like, the people that I ate lunch with can like totally back me up in 8th grade because I wouldn't even give them food. Like let alone would I give any person, like random person in the hallway, free weed. I wouldn't even give them free food. Hell, I would even give my friends free food now.
Let alone free
But
cookies with
I'm
weed in them, dude.
I'm
That's bad.
outing myself as a bad person to the internet. Shitty friend, but hey, it's my food, bro. I'm
Do
hungry.
what you gotta do.
But yeah, and also while I was like sitting there waiting to be like questioned, I had like a test that day, so I just took the whole test and I had to go like fill it out on the computer. So we're like, all right, go to class. We'll call you back later. So I just walked in class, sat down because we were doing like the test at the computer lab. And I sat down. I didn't say a word to anyone the entire 5 minutes I was in that classroom. Logged in, filled out every question instantly. Got it. I got like a 98, and I just left the room.
I gotta give you credit how you memorize all these details of the story.
Well, no.
It's enriching.
Well, dude, it's like it's one of like because I have like two or three big stories that like I end up telling in every conversation, and this is one of them. But and I just like leave the room. And I'm like, all right, and I went back, saw my parents, like, hey parents, you guys know that I didn't do this, and they're like, yeah, you definitely didn't, because my parents trust me because I'm cool.
It's like, nah,
So,
our
yeah.
kid's just retarded. He wouldn't be able to figure out how to make that shit.
But yeah, went home for the rest of the day pretty much. One thing that
That's
kind of
nice,
pissed me off
baby.
about that. So two things. The first thing, I had a because I was an integrated 1 by then, because they're like, wait, you're smart, you're good at math, right? I'm like, no. They're like, all right, cool, put you in smart kid math. And I had like I had 2 tests a day. I had a history test, which is the one that I just talked about, and I had a math test. And I was super pissed because I was like ready to do that math test, and then I had to leave school. So yeah, still took it though. I probably didn't do too good. Jesus, I'm stuttering like a idiot.
I didn't do too good.
Idiot.
But yeah. But my stepdad was like, oh yeah. So what he assumed had happened was someone had an edible, and they were like, their parents caught them. Like, where did you get this? And I still dress like I'm an insane person. I stand out in a crowd, some would say, but I had like a really big stupid backpack and a big stupid face, and they probably were just like remembered my big stupid backpack, my big stupid face. I'm like, oh yes, X kid with like X features gave it to me, and they're like, hey, you got that? And I was like, no.
I don't know if you would know this, but do you know if they actually ever caught the kid that was like selling edibles? Because I'm gonna leave.
I don't think there was. I really don't think there was.
Huh.
I think it was just one person that got caught and was like, hey, a person did this. That's why I have this, to get out of trouble with their parents.
I got you.
I don't know though.
It's coincidental that you bring that up though, like that happened in middle school, because I think like a year ago now, there's this kid that also lives like a block away from my house, and he's in middle school, and he did sell edibles at the middle school, and he got expelled, and he got transferred to Blackman, and it was the most fucking hilarious thing, because I also have
kids-
another. Yeah, I know these kids these days. Am I right? Like,
Dude, I'm like the biggest square ever. It's like kids are like smoking weed in like middle school, and I'm just kind of sitting here like, I paint miniatures.
that's right. We got kids like puffing it in the bathrooms. I'm like holding my breath every time I go in there because I'm like, if I inhale, I might come addicted.
No, but dude, like,
come.
Oh my God. People are gonna clip
Dude.
that.
dude, these fucking like the teachers will always be like, I'm like, hey, can I go to the bathroom? Like, why don't you go during a class change? Like, dude, there's like 8 kids in a vape ring in there, bro. I'm uncomfortable. I'm just trying to piss over
I'm
here.
gonna go in
There's
a normal
8
man and
kids
come
hitting
out
their
a
jewels.
stoner.
Like, dude, come on.
Come out.
It's like, why do you do it? And it's just like, it helps cut off the edge. I'm like, can you shut the fuck up?
Dude, you're in high school. What edge?
It's math class, alright?
Exactly, bro.
It's not like you've got like fucking a wife
It's
and 3 kids
it's learning
and an
quadratic
underpaid
formula,
job.
bro. Calm down. But
It's
dude,
not like your
it's
taxes
also
on the edge. Like,
it's never not funny to me whenever I think about the fact that our school mascot is a drug dog. Oh god, that's
It's really
so
bad
funny.
at sniffing drugs too.
wait, he's
And that's
actually a
the-
drug dog?
No, dude, literally, and
Sorry,
like
I
a lot
didn't
of
know
like
this. I'm
some
always
sc-
learning new things on this stupid
of
podcast.
what I understand, some school officials, I don't know if it's like official, but like I've okay, so some school officials will be like, oh no, it's just our mascot. But one of the SROs, I was in gym and we are like walking around the gym, and he like brought the dog in, and Noah's ears started whacking, and like he just like looked at us like, you know, when she does that, means she smells drugs, and like I don't think the SRO is lying. Like it's an SRO, I wouldn't expect them to like lie or like mess
No,
with
no.
kids, but you never know.
It is a drug dog. That is confirmed.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's so funny to me.
Also, I
It's
actually wanted
really
to bring
bad.
this up about
Yeah,
the dog
bro.
itself. You guys remember like I think when
Oh,
when they first got
so-
Noah, and then like I think like a couple of months after having the dog, it was like on Twitter or something, on the Seagull Twitter, that the dog ran away or something, or like it got out. And then like a couple of weeks later, they got the dog back, quote unquote, and everybody was like, "Bro, they just replaced the dog." Like, is it?
I don't know.
Oh yeah.
I don't know.
think I don't think I don't.
It was like
wait,
one
when
of those
was
really
that?
niche theories, and it was like nobody.
Was that a
talked about
year
it
or two
afterwards.
ago?
I think like a year or two ago, yeah, something like that.
Okay, because
Right after
I
we
don't
got the dog.
I don't remember that because I think Nova was like a thing when I got into high school last year. So yeah.
I just remember, yeah, it like they had brung in the dog my like freshman or sophomore year or something like that.
Oh yeah.
And then like
So then,
like
yeah,
a couple of months into having the dog, they were like, "He got away, Noah got away," and then they got him back, and everybody's like, "Dude, they just got the same
Bro,
looking
yeah,
dog. They
that's
got
just the
another
new
shepherd."
dog, bro.
Yeah.
But
and I was
man,
like,
it was super funny to me because in 8th grade I was like, oh man, excuse me, I'm like, oh man, I'm so excited for high school. I can't wait. It's gonna be so exciting and fun. And then I would check the news and it'd be like, single high school teacher arrested for selling alcohol to underage kids. And I was like, bruh.
Oh, that was a good one. That was
Yeah.
a good moment.
yeah.
Yeah, that was so funny.
That was a good one.
It's like, well, this is
God.
what my high school year is gonna be like. Just fucking.
I
get
mean, dude, it's a public school. Every public school's like that.
it. Yeah.
What do you
guess.
really expect?
I suppose.
God.
Dude, I'm more confused because like, you know, they regulated like Juuls like badly.
Oh yeah, because now you have to
Because
be 21 to buy nicotine stuff, right?
Well, that and they also literally they literally just like increased like there was no like off-brand Juul pods. You can't do any of that stuff now, basically.
Oh. Oh, I mean, I kind of get that because it cut down to like the lung
Yeah.
stuff.
But
That makes sense.
now that there's an increase of kids doing actual weed,
Oh yeah.
so
Like, fuck it. I can't get my hands on the Juul pod. I'll just do the actual fucking thing.
so now there's like an increase in kids doing weed, and I don't know how they ever plan on fucking regulating that because they've already fucked up.
Yeah.
Because there's not really a way to regulate that.
Yeah.
Like, it's like the whole like prohibition thing, like in like the 19 somethings or whatever. You can't.
It was
just-
early 1900s.
It's like Juul
can't
you could
cut it
actually
off.
regulate because you sold it. This you grow in your own home, so I
Yeah.
mean, it's a little bit more difficult.
Yeah, it's one of those things where it's like you can't regulate it. You have to, or you can't ban it because people are gonna get their hands on it no matter what. As sad
Yeah.
as it
It's like,
is to
how are you
admit
gonna
that
stop it from
freaking
getting into
vaping
kids?
has become mainstream, that's basically the case, and it's sad to say it, but it's in high schools, and you can't
Yeah.
ban it. Like it's just gonna keep seeping in.
Well, I
one
mean,
way or
before that
another.
it was smoking, so it's like it's always gonna happen. It's not
Yeah.
something you can really stop.
And let's say like theoretically, just out there, like vaping stops becoming an interesting thing. I bet you money there's gonna be some like in a couple of decades there's gonna be some new interesting like fucking like drug method like
Oh
I
yeah.
don't know, like they were doing
Like-
dipping like a
Yeah,
couple
well,
years
yeah.
ago.
Like I just said
Smoking.
before that, smoking. Yeah.
Yeah. And, like it's generational, like, and like even
Yeah,
then they were trying to like either ban it and then they would
Yeah.
just convert to something else or something more like
It's just because that what makes you cool.
lucid,
with,
yeah.
Like air quotes.
Yeah, like, and if they couldn't get their hands on that, they would just switch to something more lucid, to
Yeah.
just because at that point some of them had been hooked, or they were still hooked on that idea of looking cool. Like, and it's the same thing now. You can't really ban it. You can't get rid of it because people are gonna get their hands on it, one way or another, no matter what. But
Yup.
it's actually like implementing proper like regulations that like don't prevent people from using it, but like have people use it in a safe confined manner, in which like
Yeah.
it's not spreading to other people, and it's not becoming this huge, interesting mainstream thing. It's
Yeah.
like that's how you do it, because you're not gonna get rid of the few people that are doing it, but you can stop the spread of it from like normal people to others. Like, and I don't want to
Yeah.
like cut out
I get that.
all my friends that are fucking vaping out there, but
Oh yeah, no, I don't care if you do it. It's just I'm not going
If
to.
it helps you,
Yeah.
like God, like good for you, but teenagers don't need to.
yeah, like
Yeah.
You see all the kids doing it
specifically
in
all
school,
those
it's like,
kids on the bus that are doing it right now. Specifically to you kids out there, fuck off. Alright?
yeah, stop fucking vaping in buses. For love,
Yeah.
literally,
I get off
this
the
dude
bus
hot walks
smelling
the-
like actual weed. It's the most fucking disgusting
Oh my
thing.
god, that just reminded me. So last year I usually sit at the front of the bus because like I said I'm a huge fucking square. But and I think she was a senior at the time. I have no idea who this woman is, but I just think she was a senior. And she gets on the bus, and it was like tangible, like the weed smell.
Because
it
a
just-
pungent smell.
No, dude, it hit me like a wave, and I was like, oh, because we all know it does not smell good. And it hit me, and I was like, oh god. And I was like, Jesus, like, dude, trust me, everybody knows. It's not like something you're hiding.
Yeah.
I swear to God, this one time, like I was riding the bus like one day this year because of my car was getting painted.
Oh yeah.
The first day I've ridden the bus in like one whole year. A dude hotboxed the bus.
Oh my god.
Yeah. And the thing
that's
is,
hilarious.
kindergartners got off of it, and there were kindergartners in there, and they got off
Oh,
high.
bro.
Oh my.
They
Oh,
literally got off the
bro.
bus high.
That is so messed
They were
up.
wobbling and falling on the street because they were fucking high.
Oh my
That's
god, that's
terrible.
hilarious.
I was gonna
It's,
say, they could-
yeah, that's
Yo, were you
horrible,
high
but it's
though? Were you
hilarious.
high?
No,
Ah, okay,
because I
fine.
dead ass like opened the window right next. Well, no, I get off at an early stop.
I got you.
but-
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Because
Really?
I was near the
That's
front of the
funny.
bus because of that. He was near the back with other kindergartners.
That's messed up, dude. If you're gonna like
Bro, wait, other
subjugate
kindergartners? Was this dude a
kindergartners.
kindergartner, bro?
I don't know. They were just like a few late ones, I think. That just,
Yeah.
But
Yeah, it's
like I
horrible
was
to say,
near
but
the
I think
front
it's
because
hilarious.
I was just near the front because my stop is one of the earlier ones. So I was just like, I'm
And
just gonna
that's
sit
like
up here
back
because
to
I
that
like-
thing where it's like you can do it yourself, but if you're gonna subjugate your like own little thing to other people, then just
Yeah, 'cause
don't
I
do
think-
it. Like
I
do it in
feel-
private, or like
I've had-
or do it with your group of friends that are okay with it, but don't do it in public where other people can smell it and you're just aromating your crappy vibes. I guess I don't know how else to put it.
because it genuinely pissed me off seeing the kindergartners just get off high as fuck,
Yeah, and that's
Like,
just a terrible
walking
thing.
from the back of the bus to the front because he was like smoking a joint back there, and it was like raining outside, so no one could roll down windows because of the fucking rain.
I got you.
So
Dude,
it's
like,
just
did
a
the bus
fucked
driver end up
situation
doing
you're
anything
dealing with.
about that? Because that shit's like, that sounds kind of a bit far for like,
Actually, no, she didn't.
she was like,
She was just like,
cool.
okay.
She just like barely sniffs it. She's like,
That's-
oh, thank God. I bet
that-
she's
that-
probably doing it.
That's one thing that like you recognize when you've had like more than 2 bus drivers or like 3. There's the ones that care way too much and are like, hey, I'm gonna like destroy you if I catch you breaking any rule on my bus. And like, also, why is it like the buses that have like the rules thing and there's no phones? And like we all know that literally no one follows that, but the rule's
You
still
know,
there. Like, why?
Buses aren't
There.
actually school property.
No, yeah, they're owned by,
Yeah.
by the people that drive them.
Yeah.
Or there's
So
like the people that
literally-
own like 7 and like pay people to actually drive them for them.
Guys, I
So
want to rant
literally,
so hard about bus drivers right now. Because I've been
Bus
taking
drivers
this bus driver.
can't legally they can write you. They can write you up, but it doesn't do anything because they aren't part of the school unless the
Yeah.
school just enforces it. But
The
literally,
school has to enforce it. But if you have this like one a-hole that's a bus driver and he like thinks he's the law, like he will take. This has happened on several occasions where he'll drive us out, like get ready to take us like back to our houses and shit. And one kid at like the front of the bus just chilling with his
Dude.
bro will make like one inappropriate joke, and then some
I
kid behind him will like
hate-
get flared, and then the
hate
fucking
the
bus
bus
driver,
drivers.
he can't mind his own goddamn business. He gets up, he stops the bus, right, pulls it to the side, gets
Yeah.
up, waves his fat ass, and I want to bring this up, right? He's the Peter fucking Griffin of bus drivers. Nay, he's the fucking I don't even know how to describe this. Me and my friend would play this game where it's like if we were sitting on like a row of chairs, it like bounces back and forth from like aisle to aisle diagonally. His ass, because it's so fucking. His caboose is bumping in everybody's fucking face when it goes all the way to the back of the bus to stop this kid. So it's like, do you think it's gonna land in our chair or in the poor sap's chair next to us as it diagonally bounces back and forth?
Horrible.
And it's like, all right, put your money on it right now. It's like that's the aim of the game, because
that's why I always end up sitting as close to the front as I can. I'm just trying not to inconvenience people. I don't know why. That's just like the person that I am. Like, I don't want to inconvenience anybody.
That's why half the time I end up driving you.
Yeah, because one time I was walking to Mall UN and I had to walk up. Like, you guys know the stairs that are going from the English hall up to the history hall next to the courtyard.
Yeah.
So it's end of the day and I have to walk up those stairs to get to MUN. And I'm like, well, I have to do this. And like they're full at the end of the day. Like full.
Yeah,
so
they're all coming down.
I'm basically like you guys know in like games and stuff when someone's like back against the wall and there's like that tiny like ledge of space that they're walking on.
Kinda.
I was basically doing that up the stairs. Like completely flat against the wall, doing my best not to be in people's way.
Damn.
And I'm doing that, and I'm walking down like the small hallway part where it's still between the stairs and the actual set of doors into the hallway. And like I'm walking and I'm kind of like sideways, so like my torso's facing forward, but my legs are kind of sideways out of the way. And there's this girl, and she's like pretty short. So her head is like shoulder height, and I'm like, dude, please don't. And she's like talking to her friend and walking really close to me.
God.
And those hallways are super loud because it's the end of the day and everyone's yelling. So I couldn't have been like, hey, out of the way, or like, hey, watch out.
Get out of the way!
So she like turns and kind of sees me, but she doesn't move out of the way enough. So I accidentally shoulder check this girl in the face. And I felt so bad, dude. I just kind of like yelled behind, like, I'm sorry. I kept walking.
No, when people block up the whole
Oh my
the whole
God.
hallway, and I shoulder check them for that, I don't even feel bad because it's like you're literally taking up the whole hallway
Yeah.
and walking so damn slow.
Honestly,
Just
I
fucking
kind of
move.
get that.
So I got long legs. I'm a big, tall, long-legged boy. I walk pretty fast, like normally. People that walk slow or just stop in the hallway, like every single time you do that, I want to punch you in the back of the head. Like
It makes me so mad when people walk slow. It's like, come on, you're with your friends. You don't gotta fucking walk like a smart car.
Usually I just get like a smart car. Usually I just get frustrated and like walk around them real quick. Like, man, sometimes I really wish I could just like walk through people.
Yeah.
Just be like, hey, out of the way, bitches.
It's like comment in the sections down below. Are you a fast walker or a slow one?
If you're a slow walker, I'm gonna find your address and beat you up.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say it right now. If you're a slow walker, don't comment that.
If you're a slow walker, don't be.
Like quite.
That's
frankly,
like good
You
advice.
see what happened to Jesus? He was a slow walker.
Bro, if you have short legs and you're walking normal speed in the hallway,
one
go
footstep in the
faster.
lane.
Like Jesus was so slow, people literally carried him.
Okay, so every
Whether it was
short
on a
person,
cross doesn't matter or not.
every short person that's a
Shit.
slow walker, you know the speed you take when you're walking with your your tall friend when they're normal walking. Go that speed. Perfect. Another thing I dislike, I don't know why I'm just talking about like the reason that I hate navigating the hallways, but dude, okay, so it's like a road. You walk forward on the right side, and people walk forward on the other side.
Yeah.
Now, if someone has to cross over to get into a classroom, I get that. But people that walk just on the opposite side for no reason and are like going through people, why? Why?
I can actually.
Why do you do
explain
that?
one.
Wait, say
do
that
it.
again?
It's one of those like
Okay,
negligent
so-
situations where it's like.
So you know where like you're walking forward on the right side of the hallway and people are walking the opposite of your direction on the left, right?
Oh, I don't like that when it's on the stairs.
No, like when people are trying to come down on your side.
Yeah, it's like, hey,
Dude,
yeah,
I hate
it's
that so much.
literally
Like, hey,
wait.
Yeah,
It's
honestly,
like,
that's
okay,
like the most
if the-
irritating possible thing. It's like there is a system and you must follow it.
like if there's stairs, And
It's like
that
driving a
side
car.
is
You aren't gonna
empty.
run on the fucking wrong side of the road.
Like, yeah, it's just some people that do that. Also, one other thing, talking about stairwells, dude, I swear, I was walking up the stairs from digital arts one time, and these two guys were in front of me, and I think they bumped into each other, or like they got in each other's way or something, and like one like grabbed the other and he pushed him against the wall. He's like, "Bro, get out of my way!" And I was just like, "Am I witnessing a fight like about to break out?"
Street fight.
And I was like, "Bro, I was like checking my fake not on watch. Like, bro, I gotta get to class. Like, I'd love to stay here and watch this if this is gonna be a fight, but I gotta go." Also, oh man, it's hilarious. Like the kind of not community, but like the kind of like thing, like the effect that having a fight in the hallway has on people. Because the second a fight starts, like when a fight starts, like
Oh, yeah.
across the school,
There's like an aura around the two fighting.
Exactly.
People just like draw their attention. It's like, oh
like,
wait, there's a fight over there, guys. Let's stop talking about whatever the fuck we were talking about. Let's look over this. Like,
if you're in that hallway, the second it happens because there's that ring, and then there's the yelling, and there's the people videoing. And if you're across the school, you can probably hear the yelling, and you can probably watch the string of people like running across the school to get to that fight to get video. Like,
and at
you
that
guys see
point,
that?
It's one of those things where it's like, if I can watch this fucking fight,
Dude,
I'm gonna be the talk of the century because I'm gonna be the only one in this class period, in this hallway, in this segment of time that has actually visually seen it with my own eyes, and I can just go up to my bros and be like, "Guys, it was during my class period. I saw it. I was that guy." It's like,
that's why I'm glad I'm tall. It's because I can see through the crowd.
yeah.
I'm like a bird watching a battle from above. I'm like, bro, I got perfect view of this. But dude, did you guys see that fight? It was during like third lunch or whatever, where the guy slammed the other dude against the table.
Dude, so far I haven't seen any of the actual fights, but I've seen like clips of them online.
Well, yeah, I think I've maybe seen like one personal fight, but that might have been last year. Like, dude, that video clip where the dude slams the other guy against the freaking cafeteria table.
That was brutal.
Oh, that was gold, dude. Oh, I saw that and I was like, oh, it's so good. So
I was
good.
there when it happened. It was fun to see.
Wait, you were there?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Dude, I was there for like half the fights.
Oh, you
like the one that
bastard.
happened outside the Latin hallway, like English hallway. I was there for that one.
Oh, I remember that one.
Happened to the one that was in the IT hallway, like near Mr. Sun's room.
Yeah.
So I was there for like majority of the fights, which was
nice, bro.
fun.
Nice, dude.
If I do say so myself.
Fucking front row seat, my guy. Just like,
Exactly, bro.
Get him. It's like,
Dude,
I don't know
man, the cheering is always so good because I'm like, beat his ass. But it's like a high school. It's a high school like hallway. It's small, so you like feel people yelling. And
yeah,
so there's like
the
80 people
vibrations and shit.
there's 80 people in this tiny hallway yelling their hearts out, watching these two people just beat the shit out of each other over some reason. Like, you don't know why it's happening. You just know it's happening and you're there for it. And you like feel it in your bones. It's so good. It's like Rome in the gladiatorial arena. You're just like, bro, beat his ass.
It's like such a cinematic experience.
Oh my god. Dude, imagine Mr. Cochran walking out into like the middle of a fight and he's wearing like the toga and like the laurels and he just does the thumb down thing. Oh my god. I would pay to see that.
Man. All right.
By the way, for those that don't know, Mr. Cochran's the Latin teacher, so that's relevant. Oh god, I would so pay to see that. Oh man.
Well, it has been an hour and 9 minutes.
Oh, has it?
It has, in fact, been an hour and 9 minutes. So,
man,
I think we are going to wrap it up.
Yeah. I always hear with these like, oh yeah, time goes by really fast, but man, it really does.
Yeah, like when I first got on, me and August were like talking about it like before we started recording for the first episode. We were like, I think we'll just go for like 30 minutes and then we'll just see what we're doing, where we're at, and we just pulled it up to like in about an hour. So, because it's pretty easy to talk once you get used to it. Like,
well, yeah, because it's basically like having a normal conversation, but like maybe it's loosely tied to a thing. Oh, there he goes.
Oh.
But before we
crashes sometimes. So
yeah. But before we end this, one thing I wanted to talk about podcasts that I realized is I think there's kind of like two types of podcasts, and there's like the informational ones, which is like lore, which is like you like learn stuff actually.
Yeah.
And then there's the other type, which is a group of people ranging from literally one guy talking to himself or talking to the audience in air quotes
Yeah.
to like a large group of people literally just fucking around.
You know, just talking about like shit that
yeah.
you've seen today. It's
And
like, you guys
that's
talk
like
about
your
this?
that's like your forehead fables, like that one that I sent you.
Yeah. I
by
watched
Janelle
those.
Fan.
Those are good.
I
Actually.
love that. That guy's hilarious. And I would definitely say that like stuff like the Adventure Zone, like D&D podcast, definitely fit in that because it's still basically just a group of people just fucking around.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean like there might be like one other kind that I haven't heard of. It's probably like storytelling stuff. Like what was that one that's like super popular? Well, it was super popular. I don't know about now. Enter Night Vale or something. I don't remember the name. Do you know what I'm talking about?
No, honestly, I don't watch too many podcasts myself, but
It was some storytelling thing.
what would you say this podcast in particular like falls in? What category do you think this would land in?
Well, it sure as hell isn't informational.
Yeah, not.
You are learning. Your brain is getting smoother when you listen to this podcast. It's just us fucking around talking to each other.
Yeah. Honestly, this is about what it sounds like, just a little bit like toned down, like
Yeah.
even when we're not recording for a podcast. Oh,
But,
August, you back?
Oh, hey, August. You'll be
My
here for us
dumbass-
ending it.
My dumbass kicked out the power cord.
Nice.
All right. Well, I think that's gonna wrap it up, actually.
Yeah. Well, thanks for having me on. I definitely
Thanks for
hope
having
to
us. Yeah.
come
Thanks
back
for
at some
coming.
point. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll be
This is
sure
gonna
to
end up
have you
being
again.
up every
Really.
time. Like every time, every episode, I'm gonna end up my computer's gonna end up crashing. Or it's gonna
It's-
get randomly cut off.
That's just gonna be the bit, bro. So like,
and we
happened
are
like 2
out. And I
times
just
already.
kicked the cable on my computer.
so August, what's your like? It's like actually important conversations. Like August, what's your opinion on like this very important thing? Silence. Oh shit, he's gone. Oh fuck.
It's like, oh, we
All
lost
right.
him. Crap.
Damn.
But anyway.
I don't know what we were talking about before, but
Oh, we were basically just like
One-
rounding it out. Yeah.
I just wanted to thank you personally for joining us on this podcast. You were one of the very
yeah,
first people to like personally
I'm glad-
contact me and like
I'm
ask
glad to
me
be
to
on
join
here,
an
bro.
episode. So
The second I started watching the first episode, I was like, dang, this seems really fun, and I stand to be not corrected. My previous statement still stands. I really enjoyed this, and I definitely am gonna be on. It's not a choice.
well, that's nice to hear, Jacob.
Yeah.
Anyway,
just one last message: if you're ever fighting a midget, go for the knees.
Bro, Zane,
that is such a good
I don't
tidbit. Honestly, I'm so glad you mentioned that.
I don't know if you're willing to do this for me, but could you please do like the Infinity War, like Jacob Rhoden will return? Because dude, that'd be funny.
I'm not too good with audio effects, but I can do it right now.
Well, you don't have to do it with audio. I just like put it on the screen.
Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Jacob Rhoden will return in later episodes.
Oh god, I'm gonna cry. It's so good.
All right.
All right.
I think that's it. And
Yeah.
we are off.